What a messed up day. Already, my leg is fucking killing me. Now, a lot of you crazy bastards that don't know, you know, okay, so rearranging shit here. A lot of you crazy mofos don't know why I take a shit ton of meds. You know, like my painkillers, gabapentin, perk, MS, and another strength of MS, cotton. It doesn't work. It really doesn't. Sorry, I slept in today. Barely. Well, I wouldn't really call it slept in because I never sleep. So, then, because I take those, I have to take these, and then on top of that, there's one more that I don't have the bottle for. It's a 50,000 milligram vitamin D. So it's one vitamin D that's literally a bottle's worth this size over the counter, one pill. Then I go through about one of these every about 5 to 6 weeks. Ibuprofen, 500s. Take about, I don't know, 20 plus a day. Then do shit, but yeah, well, if I don't take it, I just won't feel right. Then, of course, because of everything, I take injectables too. Those are fun. Those are just great. I just love to do that. And then you get a bag full of needles. You got the 22s. You got your 18s. So you draw with your 18, and then you swap out the needle tips, or which one here? Let me take a look here. How do you draw with your 18? Yeah, draw with the 18, shoot with the 22. And before some chucklehead goes, oh, you have type 2 diabetes? No. No, I don't. Most syringes, I usually keep a couple of these. This one it's never had anything in it. They have a twist. You can kind of see the little twist threads right here. So you take the needle part out and just swap it. Usually keep one so if I have to give my dog some, I have, you know, something easy. But yeah, you gotta take all this other bullshit. And most of it is because when you take the MS Cotton and Percocets, it takes stuff out of your system. Okay, it strips you of vitamin D and all this. See, a lot of people don't understand the chemistry behind medications and stuff like that. And I don't have my vitamin book or whatever. A lot of people like to take a shit ton of vitamins. Okay, I know a guy who's a fucking moron who, when he wakes up, he takes a handful of fucking vitamins and he drinks like a little tiny 6-ounce glass of OJ, and that's breakfast. Fucking moron. I take care of myself a hell of a lot better than he does. But he thinks because he's not my size that he's healthy. He's fucking totally wrong. Besides the fact that he did crank for fucking 35 years. He's gonna develop so many forms of cancer. He can do all the vitamins he wants. It ain't gonna save him. But and I'm gonna use examples here. If you know vitamins, don't take this to heart, because you know it's hard to make a fucking statement on here without somebody going, no, 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 it's not that. But I'm just using this as an example. Like if you, there's a couple of vitamins that if you take too much, your body goes, oh shit, and just starts dumping. So now you end up with less than you started with. Some of it just shits out. It's worthless. It just, your body says, oh, we're full, done. Really, to be all honest, don't take that shit unless your doctor tells you to. And if your doctor tells you to, have them do what's called, was it a lipid or whatever, where it counts your vitamin levels, your actual what's in your body. So don't take shit for a week. Go in there and what's in your actual body. And then, don't change your diet or anything else. Just go in there without pills for a week and then see what you need to supplement. And that's the key word, supplement. And you should be trying to do it by food first rather than by pill, because pill is not the greatest form. Some people's body just dumps the pill wholly. So if you take vitamins, go to your doctor, especially if you have insurance. You usually get a yearly visit. Ask them to check, do a blood test for your levels. And before you go in there, though, stop taking those fucking vitamins for at least 5 days. That way your body can normal out and just be itself. And then you can know whether or not you do need to take something. Because most of the time we don't, but we think we do. Yeah, so I take gabapentin, which is a nerve painkiller. Does not get you high at all. Matter of fact, just makes me fall asleep. Then Percocets. I take 4 of those a day. I take about 300 milligrams of Oxycontin a day, and no, it does not get me high. For me, I don't even know how much it would take, but at this point, no. There are so many side effects with these stupid fucking things that it's different for everybody, but one of the biggest ones, and I found a few people on YouTube that have taken these drugs for recreational use, and they end up taking like 20 or 30 of them a day, and they blow out their colon. And each one of these medications on their own cause severe constipation. Well, then all of them together, yeah. And that's one of the reasons why they make you gain weight. If I go to Wendy's and my wife and I order the same fucking thing, she would probably be getting rid of it in about 24 to 36 hours later. Some people are regular, and some people it takes they're not, but they're still healthy. Me, because of these, 72. It's almost twice as long. Okay, so more of what I eat actually goes into my body. Then on top of that, if it slows down your track, it slows down your metabolism. So I'm getting double fucked. Okay, I'm drinking liquids all the time to help keep my body full. A lot of the weight is because of all the extra liquids I have. And if you don't understand how liquid weight works, just a month ago, because of the staph infection, I had a secondary infection. So it wasn't really an infection, it was just a byproduct of my staph infection, which made my right leg have 20 pounds of water in it. I could barely move my leg, and I'm still fighting to get rid of all that bullshit. So I'm having to use ACE bandages to compress it. My staph infection is 99% gone, but I gotta still use ace bandages and stuff to try to help force all of it out of my legs so my body was absorb it and be done with it. But the top of my foot, say here's my leg and the top of my foot, it was like swole all the way up to here. So even water can build up in your body fast, but it doesn't mean it's going to help you out. Trust me, it doesn't help out. But anywho, um, a lot of people that use these drugs use them in a way that they barely work. Like right now, my leg is fucking killing me, and I've taken my pills and everything else. I'll stay with the medication until it absolutely does not fucking work anymore, and then I'll go to the next, because I don't want to go, I feel a little pain today, I need to up. No, I don't want that. There, you start getting into that, feeling the fucking high bullshit and everything else, and I don't want that. Um, that's what your body becomes really. I mean, your body's already addicted to these, like they're um, shit, nicotine. I don't. It's actually more like caffeine, maybe to nicotine, depending on who you are, because everybody's different. I've gone days without them, and it sucked. But to sit there and be using them to get high on, you know, that changes your addiction, tenfold. So I don't go that route. I'd rather not. I'd rather be in pain like I am right now, and than getting high off it. So anywho, and if you ever have to take this shit, do not let those fucking stupid motherfucking doctors just sit there and just keep upping. It's weird because when you get into this type of stuff, you either have doctors that, God, there's just such a fucking pain in the ass. I have to go through random drug tests and all that other bullshit. I don't give a fuck. And none of that shit bugs me. But, all the bullshit you have to deal with and everything else, like when I go in, I gotta roll a dice. If I roll 3, 6, 9, 12, I got a P test. Every time I go into my doctor's. I don't really care. I just wish it was every time. Then I'd be prepared. Because there's times that I go to the bathroom too soon, and then I have to wait and drink a gallon of water. But there's doctors that will keep just throwing shit at you. By the time my grandpa, they threw medications at him so fast that they skipped basic medications. And I was talking to him on the phone, and he's fucking overdosing on MS Contin, and they should have never had him on it. And luckily, I got him to call the fucking ambulance to get him to the hospital. I'm still pissed at that. Then there's other doctors that, play the I don't believe you game, because there's too many fucking people that play the fucking I'm a addicted game. It's just fucking bullshit. It's a fucking shitty fucking thing to deal with every fucking month. It's just nothing but a fucking hassle. And I should have put this. I'm gonna put this into writing. I should have said, if you already know what my accident and all that other bullshit, then don't watch this video. But anywho, now why am I taking all that bullshit? Because in 2000, it was just before, my wife and I decided to get married. Just after. Something like that. Um, I was in a car accident. I was in my parents' Chevy Astra van. It was all raped out. The fucking van was badass. You lift the fucking front tires up off the ground. Posse, um, shift kid in it. It's a badass van. But it was about 2 in the morning, and when I was doing janitorial, we'd clean a hometown buffet. It was about 10,000 square feet. Then we'd do a movies 10, which is 10 screen movie theater. Then we'd take a break, and then we'd go do a movies 14, which is a 14 screen movie theater every night. And it was about 2 in the morning, and we'd already been to work for about 4 hours, cleaned 2 places. We're going to the last one, and hopefully be done by 8. And we were, I was at a red light on East Avenue. There was a sheriff in front of me, a girl, her name was Laura. I've known her she was right around my age, a little bit older than me, but I knew her from a couple situations, and she was looking back at me because I know she knew who I was. And next thing I know, I got rear-ended, and it's about they estimated CHP estimated he was going at least 65 when he hit me, and his Honda, literally the firewall tore, and the engine actually did come in the passenger compartment. The van didn't look like it had much damage because he went underneath it, but it fucked up the frame and shit. Shit. How can I do this? I guess I can do it this way. I was sitting in the seat, and this is a shitty representation of the seat. You know, like here's the back, here's the bottom. And when he hit me, the seat went like that. And all this area right here went into my low back. And then, because the seat folded backwards, the seatbelt was pointless, and I went straight up, and I hit my head on the top of the roof of the van. And it compressed my spine. And then I ended up getting, slammed right into the back of the cop, who, lucky enough, she let off her brake and started touching her gas at the same time. So even though I hit her and smashed the shit out of mine, it didn't fuck up her car. So she didn't get hurt out of it. If he would have hit her at that speed, it would have probably fucked her out. It could have even killed her, because at that speed it definitely would have made those it was one of the exploders not exploders, the Crown Vics had the problem with the backing gas tanks, that it would explode at high speed crashes, and it would have fucked up that unibody car. But he didn't get fucked up that bad. And the stupid thing is, that was the second time he rear-ended me. He was a coworker, fucking piece of shit that was an ex-con. I ended up firing him, but at that time I finished out my night working, and I was fucking in pain, and went to the emergency room, and went to a couple orthopedics, went to some chiropractors, and apparently all of them missed the fact that I actually broke my back. And later on, it come to light that I actually broke my back in an accident. So now my L3, L4, L5 are all fucked up. So now I've lost about, I don't know, it's like 70 to 80% of my right leg in feeling, and a good 70% at least in my left. And right now my left leg is the one in pain from just about my hip, my ball joint on my hip, down to about my knee, is just stabbing, fiery fucking thing. If I lean forward, it gets a little worse and everything else. But weirdly, this is the only position that I can somewhat do that doesn't hurt. I mean, well, it hurts, but if I lay down, it's going to get even more painful. Some of the best sleep I get is right here at my desk. And so hopefully there's shit that they're gonna try to do that um, I've been waiting for, but I've been trying to beat off this staph infection I got because I can't feel my legs. So I'll cut my legs all the time, and most of the time my daughter will sit there and say, "Dad, you're bleeding," and I'll look down and I have blood gushing all over, and I didn't even know because I can't feel it. And there's times that I'll be walking and I fall straight down on my face because I lose complete control of my legs and can't feel them. So, yeah, it's fun. You should try it. You know, one of the strangest things that came out, I was helping a guy I knew for years on the side and stuff. His name was Ed. He's a fabricator. He's in a wheelchair. He used to flat track motorcycle, those weird motorcycles that just, sideways all the time. Um, he wrecked into the wall, and somebody else came in right behind him and smacked him in the back and broke his back. And he was paralyzed and in a wheelchair. And he became a fabricator, a fucking badass fabricator. And he'll put like a semi-axle on his lap and wheel across the shop and everything else. Well, a couple times he sat there, at late at night. He's like, "Oh man, my legs are burning." And in the back of my mind, I'm like, "You're fucking paralyzed. What the fuck are you talking about?" And now I know what the fuck he's talking about. It fucking sucks, and I don't recommend it. So even if you get in a car accident, and you don't think you're hurt, go to the fucking hospital. Especially if it's not your fault, they're gonna pay for it. So who gives a shit? Make sure all that shit's working. If you wake up the next day with a fucking, your back's hurting or whatever, get an MRI. Who gives a shit? It's just fucking money. Trust me. The money I've spent out since then, I only got $5,000 from the accident. That was his insurance max. And he went back to prison, so I couldn't sue him. Fucking piece of shit. Yeah. But anywho, yeah. So a lot of new people asking me, what the deal is. So I decided to make a video, and yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, peace.